back. This is your last video of section 4 or 5. I know I mentioned we had 2, but I added 1 extra, so each video was a little bit shorter. On this last video, we're going to be solving by factoring again, just like we did in the previous video, except we're going to be using the technique of factoring out the greatest common factor. So if you look at the 2 problems that I have in front of you, you'll notice that each one is missing the C term. There's no constant, which means we have to have a common factor if that's the case. So take a look at number 1. First step is to set it equal to 0, and it already is. If I look at the 2 terms that I have in my equation, I see that there is a GCF, a greatest common factor, which in this case is x. So we factor an x out, leaving us with x plus 8 inside the parentheses. And what you have to simply do is take x times x needs to be x squared, x times 8 is 8x. So we haven't really changed anything. The next and last step is to use your zero product property. Again, what that means is if these 2 factors are equal to 0, either this factor is 0 or this factor has to be 0. Now obviously from the previous video you can see that if we set x plus 8 and set that equal to 0, we're going to end up with a negative 8. That is one of our solutions. So that's nothing new. But what is a little bit new here is the GCF being x. There's a number associated with it. So 0 becomes your other 0. And what that simply means, whenever you have a GCF, it means your parabola will cross the origin. It will cross at 0, in this case, and at negative 8. Now, checking out number 2, it's a similar problem. There's no C term, but it's not in the right order. So, if you're going to factor out the GCF, make sure that you set it equal to 0 again. So it's 6x squared minus 8x equals 0. And then we factor out the GCF of both, which in this case is a 2 and an x. So if we factor 2x out, we get 3x minus 4. Again, 2 is the GCF, greatest common factor of 6 and 8. And they both share an x, so we factor 2x out. Applying your zero product property, you zero out both of these factors. Well, right here, if we set 2x equal to 0 and solve it, we get x is equal to 0 again. As I said earlier, anytime you end up factoring out a GCF, you can be assured that one of the answers is going to be 0. Your parabola will cross the origin. This one right here, basically, we should probably set it equal to 0 because it's going to be a fraction and solve. Some of you might be able to do it mentally. Add 4 to both sides. So we get 3x is equal to 4, then divide by 3. You get your other 0 to be 4/3 or 1 1/3. So there is your other 0. And again, much more efficient than graphing with a calculator, but this technique, the factoring out the GCF, only works when you have no C term. And so you can look for GCF if that happens. So yeah, that's your last video. Thanks for your attention and good luck with this lesson.